we stay focused on our own story. Isn't that it? And I think it has to do with what Holly and Abby were talking about, was how deeply do I say yes to myself as opposed to yes to everybody else? And what is my yes? Does my yes that I give myself nurturing me and making me healthier and stronger and, more available? Or is it a yes that is a little bit addictive, like cake? I love cake. Where is the power of yes, and where does it really a no? So playing back and forth with that. So Abby's gonna introduce our guest here. We'll do a little playing with this, and then we'll tell some stories and talk afterwards. How's that?
Sounds like a plan. Well, I'm so excited to introduce all of you to Dr. Holly Lewis. Holly has been part of the Turning the Wheel community for many years in many forms, being volunteer, coming to teach with us, being a performer, being on our board. Holly is an incredible doctor. She's also an explorer. She loves to travel. She's traveled around the world, and she loves to do road trips. And we're going to dive into this, but one of the things that I really admire most about Holly, and I really got to hear more from her story yesterday, was that her ability to always be open and to say yes and be open to learning and being open to seeing what doors might open. Whoa. It truly is just so beautiful, and just so excited to have you with us today, Holly.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I would like to just add, I always have to add something.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's good.
That one of the ways that Holly has demonstrated her openness that's been a real healing energy on the earth is to, as an allopathic medical doctor, integrate as much as she can of all of the other ways that we can heal, from emotional well-being to supplements, the very controversial supplement issues, to all of the personal habits and rituals of well-being that she brings to her people, to bring all of this conscious body coaching work that we do in Turning the Wheel, to integrate it into her practice. A yes, a big yes, and a yes that has taken courage, because as you can imagine, there's not a lot of support in that system for integrative medicine. So just, bowing to your courage, and you're so brilliant and such a gift to this whole medical healing world. So thank you. Well, so Holly brought up the yes, and we always like to see what resonates for our guests. And I was just thinking about that a lot the last few days. For me, the issue is, can I say yes to aging? And it's just been a struggle for me. I just keep wanting to say no. And that means I override my body signals when I say no. Yeah. And we have this thing internal where we do yes and yes, but and no. And I think we are big no people. We'll say no when we need to, but that's not our thing. But this community, we do a lot of yes, but, it's like, yes, I'm aging, but I can still do this, or but I will take more supplements, or but I will just not look at this. I'll just pretend, or yes, but it's just part of what other people are doing. It's not me, whatever, all these yes buts, right? And what we want to find is a yes and so I love this whole idea. We'll talk more about it after we do something together, but it's like, yes, I am aging, and I want to live into that in a way that nurtures and loves and nourishes me. And it allows me to head into a path of health. So let's just do our usual beginning. Let's begin actually with Tan Chien today, and just, well, be sure you can see Abby, and just let that Say yes to the love of the universal source of love. Yes to the stars. Yes to the energies that the molecular field is full of light. The sun brings light. The earth has light radiating. It's like we are light beings. So just let that love, that light love flow all the way into your body and surround your body with light. And as you bring your hands down to your heart, feel that light right under your hands, that incredible illumination of your whole being, your whole sacred, divine, beautiful self. And one way to integrate that light is to ground it right down into the earth. So you just have the sense of, I allow this light in. I allow this loving, warm, healing, divine energy to combine with my own divinity and allow it to flow all through my body, go into my fluids and my cells and my bones and my blood. And if you're a mover, you might move a little with that, just feeling the light, pulling some more in, touching your body as you ground it down, wiggling it in, reaching it in, moving it in. Yes to the light. Yes, yes, yes to the light this morning. Sighing, allowing. As you ground, you actually ground the electrical field of your nervous system so you can just land. And just bringing your hands back to your heart if you've been dancing around, and let yourself just ground right into the heart breath, letting your nervous system and your frontal lobe just rest, just let it rest. It works so hard. And just talk to your heart. What do I want to say yes to in my life? What's a yes and for me? If that's hard for you, just remember that every yes to you creates a yes in the vibrational field, a yes to others, a yes to the earth. What do I want to say yes to right now in my life? And then just you rest there just for a moment, a little deeper into that yes, into the quiet peacefulness of the heart center. And just let yourself be, be peaceful, be in this moment, letting yes to all that you are vibrate through your body. And those of you who've been doing this for a while, you might even hum that yes in a little if you're comfortable doing that. Mm. The hum lets you vibrate the energy through every nook and cranny of your body. And just resting another moment. Mm. Hmm. And bringing that yes back into the room with you, slowly transition back, blinking your eyes open and seeing the room around you and just arriving back in the room with your yes. Mm. Yeah, I'm just really amazed at how the universe just made that whole cycle for me. So my yes and was yes, yes to my age as I am right now, yes to loving my 78-year-old person, and yes to all that I've learned in those 78 years. You know,
Beautiful, yeah.
I mean, I've so many ways that I can be of service because I'm 78, you know? So it was great. It was an affirmation that came just rolling right up out of my heart, whereas my ego is worrying, my heart is fully clear that it's just, we have this beautiful conscious body coaching free class coming up that we'll tell you about when it's closer. And that's where I can bring a lot of that wisdom. And that's important. That's what I want to say yes to, is allowing that energy to flow out to me.
Beautiful.
So how about you, Abby? What did you want to say yes to?
Yeah. Uh, I've been playing with my critical voice and working with my critical voice. And I actually had a conversation with my cousin about it this morning. But what came out of my heart was saying yes to my critical voice. Um,
Beautiful.
and I really love that because as I've been playing with it, really starting to learn how to appreciate it and love it. So I think saying yes to it is kind of like that next step of, it's there for a reason and it has value and intelligence. And so yeah, it was really interesting for my heart to tell me that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. And then the critical voice gets to be integrated and be of service.
Yes.
That's just beautiful, Abby.
Yeah.
How about you, Holly? What came up for you?
Several things, but the thing that felt the best was kindness. That because I feel so. I just turned 70, and as I look at that and look at my life over time, I had a similar thought. I think part of why I haven't retired is because the deeper I go, the farther along the path, the more I feel like I have to give. And the kindness was to me in the transition, and the integrating more of me and welcoming more of me so that I can say, come on in to my patients, welcoming all of them, and then and somehow saying yes to the confusion that is medicine right now. And how do I want to respond from that deep calm place, that like the feelings that I was having regarding the last patient just melted away back into what I want to bring, which is mostly presence and kindness.
I love kindness. I mean, it's another word for yes, isn't it? Kindness to self. Because sometimes, especially those of us who are, you know, have been culturally conditioned away from yes to self, kindness can be another entrance in, another way to come to yes, right? I'll just be kind to me. Yeah, I like that. And I also think you said something really important, which is in that self kindness, I become kinder to others. And, there's just, that is like now researched. It's now, it's now a scientific fact that the more we nurture self, the more we nurture other, but we just don't quite believe it. It's really interesting. Well, I was wondering if you might have a story of a time that you changed from no to yes.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
Well, I'll
Oh,
give
I
you.
can think of, I thought of one. This happened a long time ago. It was maybe one of the first times I noticed, but I was with a patient and an older woman, and this wasn't even in this practice, it was someplace else. And I was noticing, I don't like this person. I was reacting, I was feeling triggered, and I suddenly realized, oh, she reminds me of my mom. And it completely, it just shifted to where I could let go of my reactions to her and just hear what she had to say. But it was one of the first times where it was that overtly obvious to me. Just, oh, no wonder. Okay.
Yeah, so saying that's really deep work you're talking about. That's saying yes to your mother, and that's a really big piece, right? That if we actually say yes to those childhood stories and see them as gifts, then we get to be free of them. We get to integrate them. As Thomas Hugel's whole thing is, we have to integrate and transform as opposed to get rid of. So, right now people are saying, don't talk about saying yes. We have to stand up and say no. And I think there's truth in that. And we also have to keep coming back to how do we know that the way to change things is to transform them, to integrate and transform. We're never going to get rid of that. Never happens. And so I think that's really powerful. It's like, okay, so this is reminding me of my mother. This is not about her. So what do I want to say yes to inside me? So in that story, what do you think you said yes to inside yourself in order to transform that?
I've never thought of that. The word that's coming is peacefulness. There was just something about, I don't know, just not recognizing the trigger and somehow, oh, that's not hers. I mean, that's the only thing I can say, because that's what happened. Is I just felt a peacefulness, and so maybe it's just a yes to something that's in the past. It happened and it had an impact, and I don't have to keep putting it out onto other people.
Yeah, so there's a perfect example, and we won't put you on the spot anymore around this. But we definitely, but it's like I don't have to keep putting the past out on other people. Is a sort of a no, yes, but, right? And if we transform that, it can turn into, I can love this energy of the past that taught me everything I need to know about how to treat people, about the importance of kindness, about compassion. I mean, I know you've already done this because we've talked, but it's like connecting that to your story, which is integrating. It means now I'm not going to stop anything from the past. I'm going to bring it forward and transform it into wisdom, into kindness, into love. And that's a very powerful and challenging journey, I think. So I don't say this facilely. I came from extreme abuse, and when I realized that everything good that I do on the earth right now came from that abuse, that's where I learned that it needed to be done, even, right? Everything changed. So, well, geez, Holly, thank you for this deep sharing and for being willing to be on the spot with us. It was so lovely to have you
Thank
here
you.
this morning. And yeah, let's all just spend the week noticing where am I saying yes, but to myself. Don't even worry about whether you're saying it to others this week. Just notice, yes, I could go and do that, but I really ought to work. Or yes, I could take a walk, but I really have too much to do. Or yes, I could call my daughter and catch up, but I don't know if she really wants to make the time for me right now. Or whatever it is, whatever your but is, just notice it and love it and just turn towards that but and go, what is that about? What needs loving in me that would allow me to have a yes, I have work to do and I need a walk so I can do a better job with work, right? But it won't happen by saying, stop yes butting, Elena. It will only happen by saying, come on, talk to me. Tell me what I need to know, by turning towards and embracing that yes, but. Or just notice it and move on. Just, there I am, yes, buddy, and that's okay. I do that sometimes. All right, sweet loves.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And of
you.
course, throughout the week, if you guys want to put in the chat any yes ands you're doing for yourself or any noticing of yes buts, we'd love to see them.
That would be so
Yeah.
exciting if you would share with us. All right. Thanks again, Holly. Take care,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.